Oh, Elden Ring become Fike. It was really interesting. Can you beat Elden Ring by following in Vike's footsteps? That was a really interesting video. But yeah, seriously, you should watch. Here, I'll send you a link for Carbot video. That I just like these videos. They're funny. I should just here. I'll go to his site. I don't know. They're stupid, dumb animations, but it's like perfect. Vid. Come on, Carbot, fine. Wow, I like the TV apps better than this. TV app is way better than the YouTube site. Jeez.
Sorry, Jarrod. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm using YouTube, and I don't like the website. I like the TV app better. Diab LOL. All right, Elden Ring stuff. I'll find a video to share with you.
I popped in.
Rykard is easy.
I don't know if I mentioned this on Discord, but I popped into Elden Ring the other day. And
yeah, I popped it in.
And I came across Everjail that I hadn't done. And I was like, I hadn't played in forever, so I was really rusty. And I fuck it, I'll go in. And I went in. And it was a lot of cussing. Like, yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do I do? What the fuck? But I beat him. I beat the guy. Like, he didn't kill me. Obviously, I beat him eventually. But I was just like, how come I never beat this fucking Everjail? Like, this is like a beginner Everjail.
Yeah.
And then B is like, holy shit, I'm glad I didn't die, because that would be embarrassing.
Get him in a few hits with your sword, yeah. Here, watch the video I put in the video chat.
But that fucking game is so awesome. That's the problem.
It is. I love it.
It's so stupidly awesome. So I have to watch this video. No, not that video.
Yeah, I just like these videos.
Where's this video at?
It's in the chat on the video screen.
Oh, in the chat on the video screen over here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're watching.
This is just an example. Some of them are really funny. So, I mean, they're all about the same. Why can't I turn the volume down on YouTube?
You can't do it on this video. You have to go to YouTube.
Yeah. But I just like it. It's so dumb and stupid and fun. And I've been watching this guy's videos for.
This reminds me of the snake fight. I remember going into the snake fight being like, not realizing what I'm supposed to do for the snake fight.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're supposed to get this knife and kill him? Oh, I didn't know that. So, like, I went in there, like, 2 or 3 times, like, trying to kill him.
What the fuck?
And then I finally read the lore. It's like, use this sword to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Almost easy.
And then I grabbed the sword and it's like, oh, it's over.
You cried.
That was so easy. It's like, oh, how dumb is that? Like, I got him, like, I thought I almost had him with, like, out the sword. Like, I got him, I was like, I thought I had perfected a way to kill him. And then the sword's like, oh, here, this is a sword you're supposed to use.
These videos are so funny and stupid.
This is basically that fight. This is basically that fight, though.
It is. You should watch all of his Elden Ring stuff. It's so fucking funny. You're like, yeah. Yeah. This channel is so good.
And then I never understood why you could still go back and talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she doesn't
She's
really
just
give
like,
you.
I don't give a fuck.
She doesn't give a fuck, but like,
No.
but does she ever give a fuck? Because it's like it seems like so odd that you can talk to her. Like there must be a mission built into that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's funny.
It's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know. It's not a perfect game by any means, but man, it sure is memorable. What a great
what are you
thing.
talking about? It's a perfect game.
Nah. Platforming? Have you tried going to the three fingers?
Yeah, no,
you
fuck,
tried-
whatever.
Go to the three fingers. I dare you.
Jarrod, I mean, it's. I think it's
yeah, I'm not.
I think it's in my
I
top
love Elden
5.
Ring. I do. It is.
I
is
think I
a
have to like
masterpiece.
reconsider. I was thinking about that today. Is like about my favorite games of all time. I think
Yeah, Elden Ring's up there.
Elden Ring, and like everyone like says, oh, if you love Elden Ring, you should play this and that. And it's like, well, I tried Bloodborne, I didn't really dig it, and blah blah blah. I was like, I get you guys, you hardcore Souls guys, feel like us posers at like Elden Ring. That's fine. You can be that way, but Elden
I'm
Ring, I
curious
think
if you'd like Demon Souls.
I tried Demon Souls.
Did you?
Again, I tried. Yeah, I'll try it again. But like when I had, so I played it originally because I borrowed your copy. No, they gave it to us for free on PS Plus. So I played the original. Didn't like it. And then,
Yeah, I couldn't figure out the original one on PS3.
and then when I first had PS Plus Extra, I tried it. I played it for a bit, and it is kind of fun. It is slightly similar, but I don't know.
There's not as many waypoints and stuff like that.
It's just
the challenge is different.
it is different. The different is
I used a lance the whole way through.
Here's the thing. I feel like Elden Ring, I get it. It is easier. As a kind of mediocre gamer as I am, like you can figure out a way to game. You can game the game. You can figure out a way around things. You can spend more time leveling up and get more powerful, or I don't know. I just feel like the jankiness of the game works to your advantage. And that's what I like about it. I'm not taking that. Don't take that away from it. It's just something that I appreciate about the game. And that's what I love about it. I mean, the fact that you guys went into what are the two, the roly guy and the tall guy, the Skin Brothers, what are they called?
Oh yeah, the
Godskin duo.
Yeah,
You guys went in
duo.
early. You guys went in when you guys are level like 90 or 100.
Yeah.
I rolled up in there when I was like 220, you know? I roll up in there, it's like,
didn't get that high.
I'm ready to fuck some shit up, motherfuckers. And they were like,
let's do this.
and they're like, whatever. And I just like fucked them up. It might have been lucky my first time around. I mean, it probably should have taken me like 4 or 5 times. I got lucky my first time because I like said, fuck it, I'm killing you guys. But that's literally what it is. The game gave me the ability to just grind levels, get more powerful, and then I can walk in there and be like, I guess we're doing this. You know, that's what I liked about the game.
I'm not sure on that fight if I died more on the bosses or more on the trip to the bosses.
Oh.
Until I figured out how to specifically run through.
Oh. No. I mean, I had no problem with the area. I mean, the area was difficult, but like the way I was built, I was just like, nah. It was just like, I was just like consciously aware of the fact that you and Tony just were like, talked so much shit about these people that were down here. So like when I got in there, it's like when I walked in finally, and it's like, oh shit, this is it. It's like, and I was, fuck it, let's do it. And I fucking destroyed them. I didn't destroy them. I barely got away with my life. But the fact that I did it in my first try, I like to say that I destroyed them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean Either way, even at high levels, a lot of these
Oh, it's
bosses
hard.
are still
They was
brutal.
super hard.
So yeah, it's
I
still an
was super
accomplishment.
concerned like I was not going to make it like there was definitely a moment where I was at the end of my resources and I was like, "Oh my god. I was like cussing up a storm. I just got lucky, man. I just totally got lucky and I was able to kill them both. And
Yeah,
I'll take the one take at level 2 something. It's probably like a 210, which is crazy high.
yeah,
But I like playing the game and grinding and you know. I mean whatever your setup is in Elden Ring, whether you're a regular gamer or a disabled gamer, just play the game and grind out the game because as if you can just grind it out at a certain point, you'll get powerful enough to take on shit. And as a shitty gamer like myself, I was eventually able to overthrow many bosses. And that's what's I think what's awesome about the game. It makes you you play this game that supposedly is for only badass gamers, and then you can play it and you can beat it, and makes you feel like, oh, I belong here, and
yeah. You accomplish something.
yeah, you
It's
accomplished
something to
something.
feel great
Like
about.
I haven't like I play a lot of games where like you just kind of play through it and you beat it. Oh, that was a good game. Elden Ring definitely brought me in, and then it made me feel like I accomplished something. And to say that I, in the beginning when everyone was arguing that like Souls-like games need to be more, geared towards, there should be a difficulty setting and like all
Yeah,
this stuff. Like, okay, sure, because I didn't really like them. But then playing Elden Ring, and I suck at those type of games. If you just play the game and grind it out, you can, I think, beat it. I was able to beat it. I was able to overcome it. And I think that's
well,
the beauty of the game.
I
I
I like I like this statement from Luke Plunkett from Kotaku. Uh, 4 days ago, it was saying that it sold 20 million copies. It says you buy Elden Ring, you play Elden Ring, you rinse Elden Ring, and then you're done with it. There's no DLC packs, no season passes, no multiplayer modes, selling skins for $2. You paid for is what you got. For many people raised on less exploitative games or tired of modern gaming demands, or both, Elden Ring was conceptually a near perfect video game experience. I like that paragraph. That's a goodie.
We definitely hope that there's some DLC though.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, I would love to play some DLC, but yeah, 20 million copies.
Yeah,
That's
no,
impressive.
they've sold so much. I mean, watching the Dice Awards the other night. I mean, God of War won the majority of the awards, but
Yeah, I didn't get to watch all of it, but I watched the last,
Elden Ring won
half
all the
hour.
big awards, and they were
Good.
like, yeah, it's like
That's
there's
yeah,
definitely they definitely know that they have some. I just, it's such an impressive game. I don't. It is classic video game bullshit, and
yeah,
I appreciate it. I didn't think I would appreciate it. I'm incredibly shocked that I fell in love with it, and just the other night when I like logged back in just to fuck around and run around and kill some shit, and then like,
yeah.
oh,
It was still fun.
here's a mini
Yeah,
boss. It's like, dude, I'd st- I should still be I should still be playing this game because it's a lot
yeah,
of fun. It's a fun ass game.
yeah. Someday I'd like to get back into it again. Maybe try like a different class. Try like a lot of people will play through games like that as like a spellcasting class. I've never did that. I did most of my playthrough with a broadsword, and then I switched to katanas, dual katanas.
I love
But
it because
I mostly stuck to one.
I did my whole first playthrough as a fucking lowly ass. What's the worst of the worst? The
Wretch.
I yeah I I watched some stupid ass YouTube video saying that like the best choice is you should go with Wretch. I was like, okay. And that's what I did. I went with like bare naked Wretch Ian, and then just got my ass handed to me. What a what a stupid choice. Or ultimately the best choice. I don't know.
You had a lot of fun with it. I mean, remember,
But
you gotta be your own character. There
well,
was
he
no
told me, he did tell
designation.
me like you're gonna be underpowered. You're gonna get fucked over a lot. You're
Yeah,
also gonna have to learn how to play the game, but you're gonna learn how to play the game in a low level state versus like being powerful and then learning it versus higher
yeah,
level enemies. So like if you can't learn how to play the game versus like basic enemies, then the game's not for you. So like I was just learning how to kill like I mean in the beginning I was getting killed all the time.
Oh yeah, like just trying to go to that first giant, like oh god, he jumps
Not
from
even
up
that,
above.
Jarrod. Oh my god. I was just getting ruined all the time. You really have to learn how to like
Yeah.
what they're like how to parry or know what they're fighting, like what they're doing and then attack. It's just like
Well, the funny part about that is a lot of people will say that games like that, from software are dependent on learning how to parry. But I have never learned how to parry. Even with I've beat Demon Souls,
I
Bloodborne,
agree.
Elden Ring, I've never learned how to parry in
I've
those games.
parried. I've never successfully
No,
parried a boss multiple times. I've successfully parried a boss like once or
never.
twice, but I've
Yeah,
never successfully done it all the time. like
yeah.
and I've parried regular enemies all I like pretty consistently. At a certain point I could parry regular enemies. But yeah, I agree like it's man, I don't know. It's hard.
And it seems like at this point, like yeah, of course you have like this invulnerability window of dodging. Like you can dodge at a very specific point, and that for me is not a talent. That is luck. Purely like eventually I'll beat the boss because I'm lucky enough to dodge at the right time, whereas a professional or somebody that's really good at that kind of thing will be able to do it every time because they know exactly what moment or what frame of animation to tap the button is at. And that is not how I play. I'm too stupid for that kind of shit, like I can't figure that stuff out. That's like people playing fighting games. They figure out animation frames and how frames can be an advantage to them. That's this type of game. It's like a fighting game, but it's a 3D brutal fucking action game,
But it's not. I don't want to
and
count
I don't get it,
frames. I don't
but I
want to
like
do
to
that.
play it. Yeah, I like to play it, and I can't figure that stuff out. Maybe if I got training or somebody explained it to me in the proper way, I'd understand it and be able to practice it. But I don't have the patience to fight a boss 200 times or
Right.
for 4 hours at a
So then
time.
it just becomes feel.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
this
So
feels
you,
like
you just gotta you do
yeah,
it. You
yeah,
just get in it.
hundred
Yeah,
percent, hundred
you
percent.
you don't have to master the game to have fun with it.
Right.
You just get good enough to eventually get by. I
And
think
then
that's
and
kind of
then
where
it
I
it
am in
does
those
give
games.
you so many options. Like Elden Ring gives you so many options, and if you're willing to grind out those options, you can become incredibly powerful.
Or if you're willing to have a bird fall off a ledge many, many times, you'll get powerful enough
Sure.
to be able to take the next boss down.
I just remember in the game being super low level and fighting that first like little basic bitch like snake or wolf boss in the little cave, and it's like I remember when I beat him for the first time, I was like, oh,
It feels good.
well, I just felt
I
like,
like
oh, I
this.
could play this game. Like I
Yeah.
was like seriously, like I was like a few hours in and just like getting my ass kicked and grinding and getting shitty gear, and I just remember like being like, oh my god, is this even for me? I bought it because of all the hype. I was like, fuck it, we're gonna do this.
Wait,
And, th-
it's
and then I went into that cave to fight that boss, and I died a couple times. But I got deep into the battle, so I figured like I could probably fight him. I could probably defeat him, and I did. And he's such a low level boss. You're a level like nothing. He's a level nothing. But like for me, it just built this confidence in like, okay, I get it. I need to grind out this game and then fight these fuckers. If I can just grind it out, get high level gear, I can do it. And that's kind of my whole like.
yeah,
That's why I'm level 228.
yeah, yeah. I don't think I got over 200, but
I'm
um,
OP. I'm OP
I
for this
mean,
fucking game.
eventually, yeah, I got to the point in the game where I beat the final boss, and I'm like, I I want to go and try to get the platinum, and it just seemed a little odd for me to try something like that in a game like that because I'm not very good at them. I
Because you
really am
never did it
not.
for Bloodborne and Demon Souls?
I never had any interest in getting the platinum in those because I don't know. I don't know why. Like I feel like this game just had more to offer me. There was more things to explore. It motivated me to see more of what it had to offer. And to get the platinum in it, you have to play in different styles, just based on like going to the three fingers, like
Right.
figuring out how to do that and going down and fighting Molina to cure your curse and fight the big whatever fucking dragon to cure whatever curse you got from the three fingers, and all that. And that was like a crazy thing. And like a lot of those bosses I could do alone. Melina, however you pronounced her fucking name, I couldn't beat her. Absolutely. I mean, I wasn't gonna spend 20 hours to fucking fight
I could
her.
beat it, Jared. Just hook
Yeah,
me up. We could
yeah.
do it together.
So I was able to summon some asshole that wanted to, bear it all and take out the boss. I got really good at dodging a lot of her attacks,
That's
but
fascinating to me.
yeah, it's different. Yeah. Like I couldn't I tried many times solo. I summoned a lot of people. They died way faster than me in a lot of cases. And eventually I found the one person that was able to stick with me the
Hmm.
whole time and somehow magically dodged the freaking crazy dance that she does.
I wish I had
And
saved that gameplay footage
yeah.
because I really. I had much harder fights with other bosses than her.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so
What's the
so
one,
nuts.
the snake mystical dude with the chompers, the skull face and the chompers? He kind of.
What?
He's like got a skull, and then he's got these like massive tendril chompers, and he's like an
Oh, I don't
astral,
remember.
uh,
Oh, yeah.
like the son of
Yeah, you have to
something,
fight
or
him in the like Blade quest line.
that one. That is the boss I never thought I would beat.
Like the weird alien thing. That's more like a
Yeah, it kind of
Bloodborne
hangs down and then,
boss.
like
Yeah.
shoots. It's like he's got like close up, but then he's got this massive like area of
Yeah.
effect bullshit, and it's like
Mandibles. And
aura
there's
bullshit.
another version of him you have to
I think I
fight
might have
somewhere
fought him with
else.
you.
Yeah, we fought him
I think
together.
we
He
might have
never
beat it.
has
I
his
think the only
shield.
reason I beat him is with you. Maybe
Yeah.
that might be the reason
I
I
think
beat
we
him.
did beat him together. Yeah.
Because that guy was fucking me. Like I could not.
Yeah,
That
we
guy
both
was.
had big troubles with him and
I had.
eventually, yeah, we got it.
uh But yeah, Melina, man, I got her on my fourth try, solo.
I fought her dozens of times, and eventually I found the right partner. I think is essentially how that went.
I don't know. I don't know. I learned that like at a certain point that I could kind of lock her up. Like we were fighting and like we fighting and then, but I could find out that with my tier, is that what do you call them? What are they called? your little ghost person, your whisper,
Oh,
spirit,
yeah.
whatever they're called,
Your summon.
your summons, that we could lock her up. And
None of my summons were useful, so I
oh
just summoned other real
no,
people.
I can't remember if I used the teardrop or the. I think we used the tiered one.
Yeah, mimic.
Mimic tier. I don't know if I used the
Yeah.
mimic tier or the other one, the fucking angsty one. But I found out that we could lock her up, and then I just spewed a bunch of magic on her. So like just a bunch of like I know that she's already uh what is she's like drooping chaos, like disease. What is that?
Yeah, rot.
Rot. But
Yeah,
the
she
rot
really-
the rot
yeah.
still worked on her.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you
And
always
I-
use the
and-
dragon head or whatever. You
Yeah,
spit
and
rot
I
at her
have a
all the
lot,
time.
and I put a lot of actually magic. I put a lot of points in magic, so my rot was super powerful. So I still used that. She was still, and then samurai swords. So you bust the rot, and then you just samurai swords her, and then
That's so
my
interesting that
my
rot
summons,
would destroy her.
my summons had her locked up, and we would just fucking. She'd be locked up on my whisper mimic tier or something, and I just fucking destroy her and spew and destroy and spew, and
Yeah, that's crazy because
We-
she's so fast. And
she is
crazy.
fast,
Like,
but
I don't know. It's
every
so
every
hard.
video I watched, the way they fight her is not how we fought her.
No.
We fought
Not at
her
all.
in a different way, and we locked her up. Like we would lock her up, and she wouldn't do any of that shit. So like, we were doing something different. Like we had her locked up. She'd like get stuck against a wall with my tier, and then we would just hammer her with damage,
Huh.
and then she'd spin off, and then we'd hope we could lock her in. And that's basically how we killed her. It was never like all these like crazy dances and like you see these like elaborate fights. I should have really saved that footage because it's not.
Yeah.
She doesn't do any of that.
That's
We just
weird.
locked her up,
She's got stuck. Essentially, you were glitching her out.
and I don't even think we glitched her out because like in the first two times I fought her, we found a way to kind of do that. It's like this works. Oh, this works, and then
Yeah.
we died, and it's like well we just need to like juggle her over to this ledge, maybe, but we didn't even kill her against it. We killed her in the open ultimately. We just kept like handling her in a way that ultimately that fourth or fifth time, we just owned her. I mean, she never
So
all that crazy shit she does.
yeah.
It
So
was
so
never an
that's
issue.
enough about her. But so one thing, it's weird. Like a lot of games where I'm really impacted by the music, I'll listen to a lot of covers of the music, but for some reason this game I've never chased down anybody that's covered the music, and it hasn't been like widely spread. Like, oh, listen to this person to cover the
'cause it's
song
perfect.
from this battle. And I've never seen anybody do that. It's usually like all over Kotaku, like, oh,
It's
check out
perfect
this
music,
cover of the
Jarrod.
song.
You can't
But
cover it.
I've never sat down and listened to the music because it's like an in the moment kind of a thing.
I'm
And
sure
I
if you
don't-
messaged Lindsay
Yeah.
Sterling, she'd play it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she
Have you
needs
Googled it?
paid
She probably
by-
has.
from
She
software,
probably has
you
played
know.
it. She's probably played it.
She's I don't know. That'd be really interesting. I really should dive into that because the music in this game is astounding. I mean, it's so subtle in some areas that it's so almost frightening how good it is and how well it matches the environment, the boss music, all that stuff. It actually kind of makes me think of like how well the boss music matched the bosses in Monster Hunter World.
She's done.
Where
She's
it's
done.
so subtle.
Lindsay, your girl Lindsay has done some.
What?
Yeah.
Really? My ass.
Elden Ring,
Share
Lindsay
that.
and Sterling, Carol of the Bells.
That's fucking rad. I didn't see that video. Yeah, share that in the Discord. That's
I
awesome.
think it's her. I mean, it says it's her.
Okay. That's great. Yeah, so
Copy.
I need to do more of that research with music in the game, because it's like all the music in the game, like on some of the bigger areas, it's just like so much going on, and it's so faint, and it has its own thing going on. It even chimes in with some of the enemies playing some of the instruments in the environment, and it's just like, oh, this is so awesome.
There might be more. I don't know.
Hell of the Bells. When did she? 6 months ago. Okay, that's awesome. I want, like, I would assume Lindsay Sterling plays games. I've been following her for
She
10,
Lindsay
12
Sterling.
years.
I like to think that Lindsay Sterling hates video games.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
That'd be a
yeah,
better.
she likes Legend
That's
of
a better
Zelda,
video.
but then yeah, it'd be interesting. Like, I'm really curious. Does she actually like video games, or is she too fucking busy and just likes the music from them? You know, like, I mean, she has a history of video games, like Legend of Zelda. That's where I first got connected with her, is her Legend of Zelda music videos. But then she kept on doing music videos with a lot of other YouTube partners and stuff like that, which I still follow to this day. She's got such a history with other YouTube musicians, and it's really interesting. Like, I don't know how I missed this one. You know, I'm subscribed to her, but I've never
I don't think this is
seen
not.
this.
I don't think this is on her
No,
direct
this is
channel.
not her. This is just a music piece that she did that somebody else did a video with. It's YouTube's channel by someone else that used her music to emphasize the gameplay of the game. So
But
yeah,
is it
that's
not
not.
her music? Is it not
It is.
Elden
It
Ring
is her
music?
music, but it is not
Elden
the
Ring
character.
music.
Yeah, it is her music, but it's somebody that edited a video to work
How
with the
awesome it could
song.
be. Because she's
Yes,
so done with video games. She can't.
she
She
is.
can't be
She
bothered.
is only. Yeah, it's sad because now she only does, like, oh, here's this cool mobile game, I'll do a soundtrack for it.
Ugh.
Or I think she did a Genshin Impact one or something like
Hmm.
that. You know, once upon a time.
Genshin
Like,
Impact.
I don't know if she ever has time to do stuff like that now. She's such a huge figure when it comes to music and stuff like that. Like, I still go back to some of her classic songs and stuff like that. She's for I mean, you know, she's a violinist. She's done a lot of stuff, a lot of video game music, even like Halo music and things like that. And it's performed with a lot of people, and it's really interesting. I'd love to hear her renditions of some of these songs, because they're such beautiful, well constructed pieces, and I think they deserve a lot more attention. That nobody has really been talking about their music. Some games, you know, their
There was
music
one way.
lasts and you hear about it for months past, years past their games, but nobody's really even talking about Elden Ring anymore. Nobody has ever really talked about the music. Maybe a couple of articles here and there
She did
that
some.
I saw.
She did a thing for a Plague Tale Requiem.
A what?
She did. So
Plague Tale?
on her
Okay.
official YouTube page, there's Lindsay
Yeah.
Sterling a Plague Tale Requiem official
Yeah.
cover.
Okay.
I mean, I
I
know
I
you just
started
played
a
that.
Plague Tale Requiem. The sequel, right? That's the second one.
I don't know which one's which,
Yeah,
Jared.
the second one, I started playing that on the Xbox Series S that I have, and I want to keep playing. I wish I had more time in this world to play games, because it's really impressive. It is.
I'm just looking, but she
Yeah,
clearly
yeah,
she
like,
doesn't have anything that's. You're right. She doesn't. I
no.
feel like Elden Ring would have been a good choice, and she hasn't done any Elden Ring stuff.
I don't think many people have. I honestly haven't done a bunch of research, but again, what I was saying earlier is, like, a lot of channels like Kotaku used to always publicize, like, musician, hey, check out this YouTube channel that made this really badass rendition of this song. You don't see that anymore. Nobody talks about game music or anything like that. That used to be like my number one click. Like, hey, Kotaku or someone else, Game Rant, post cool music renditions. That's what I used to click on. I don't click on your shit anymore because it's what everybody else is saying. You're just saying what everybody else is saying. Come on, share cool
Well,
thoughts
the
about music
landscape
and
has
gaming.
changed, and they
It
don't feel
is.
like that's the clicks anymore. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Game media
Mm-hmm.
has changed a lot, and all these big corporations are like shutting them down. They're just getting their asses kicked, laying people off left and right. It's garbage. It sucks.
So
And I
you have all these journalists writing for clicks versus like actual good articles. So that's why we talk a lot of shit about Kotaku or Polygon, because it's just like, oh, the top 10 reasons to play this game, because it's just, but not like a thoughtful article or review about why you should play this game. Just
yeah,
like
a
what
quick
you
reaction.
what you need to know, the top 3 things you need to know before you play Lightfall. It's like,
Yeah.
who cares about that? But
Well,
clearly
here's Scar Production, Scar with a K.
clearly
Elden
everyone.
Ring main theme goes epic metal. If you do look for Elden Ring covers, that's one of the first few hits you get.
Did you
So
have the news about the Lightfall PS5 thing about locking you out? Have you? I don't know. Have you come across? I don't think you can come across that right now as you, but like, have you come across that? I don't know.
what is the thing you're talking about?
So supposedly the Destiny Lightfall expansion is locking people out of their PS5s, and you have to like delete it, Destiny completely, and then reinstall.
I don't know because earlier today when I started playing games with my daughters, it said it was downloading a 96 gigabyte update, and I hadn't looked at it since.
When does
So
that
I don't
open?
know.
Like Tuesday?
It comes out today, which is Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, probably Tuesday on the 28th. Yeah, Tuesday the 28th of February
Okay.
is when it comes out.
I
So
guess
I don't know
I
why
guess
people are
people
saying
that
it
got
locks
like
them out.
review
Yeah,
copies, it's been like locking them out, and they had to like delete everything and then reinstall it all. So I'm just
oh,
curious
early
if
access. I
it's
don't think pre-ordering gets you early access. That's got to be like
yeah,
reviewers or
review
something like
copies.
that.
I think.
Yeah, so that's a shame. That's all people are going to talk about. It's
Yeah, it is.
unfortunate,
Yeah.
and that's going to be the clickbait. That's like, oh, Destiny's broken
I will say that
before
trailer
it
is
comes
really
out.
impressive.
It
That
looks
new
awesome.
trailer
I'm super
does look really
excited.
awesome.
I'm going to buy it. Yes,
Oh, I thought you
I will
already
buy it
did.
this
I
week.
figured you already did.
No, I should pre-order it because I'll get a cool gun that I'll probably never use. But I'm going to play it. Absolutely. Speaking of things I'm going to play, I've earned. I think this next paycheck I'll have earned enough bonuses from my job for me money that I'm going to buy PSVR 2.
Oh shit,
So I will
Jared.
know that by this coming Friday.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I think about just like dropping it on my Best Buy card, and paying it off.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll wait for you to like drop it. But I seriously want to do it. I want to play Gran Turismo 7,
I do
and then
too.
and then
Resident Evil 8.
because
I want to play that.
I already
Resident
have Gran
Evil.
Turismo 7. So like
I
it's
know.
like,
I don't.
and then
I need to start. I
I'm
actually started searching on Facebook Marketplace to maybe trade or something like that. So I need to buy like
and I'm
trade some stuff
actually
for it.
considering like buying No Man's Sky PS5 version on my
Oh yeah,
PS5
I'm
just
so
digitally,
excited to play more No
because I
Man's
feel
Sky in
like, I
VR.
mean, the fact that they've just overhauled and like I mean, their update is just like, oh, this is a massive update for like this, and like it's a visual upgrade and all this shit. Like those guys are like just because, I mean, alone the fact that it's PSVR, fine, that's cool, but like just these guys have just been,
Oh,
they're
they have
updating this
100% respect for
game
me.
like the man, Hello
Hello
Games,
Games
man.
released one of their teams inside their small team released a game called The Campfire.
Hmm. Hmm.
I loved it. I did. I absolutely loved that game. It had wonderful puzzles, beautiful graphics, wonderful atmosphere. Everything about that game was just fantastic. So
I'm curious what
I love that team.
this team has been a beast when they finally shift focus, or maybe they already have, but like when they shift their focus from No Man's Sky onto the next thing, which I imagine they already have, but like these guys are for real, man.
I can't wait to see what they do next. I
Yeah,
mean, No
right?
Man's Sky has been such a big part of my life for years. I haven't played it this year yet. I mean, it's still
It's
early,
been a
but
huge part of
I'm
my life.
going to.
I sunk a lot of time into it, but like just also on top of that, just hearing about them, hearing about their successes, their failure, their failure, success. Like this team has built off of this, like this underdog tale of like we made a good game. I felt they always made a good game.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it
so
undersold.
it's funny that whole epic thing. You know, they gave this cool grand trailer and all this stuff, and everybody was pissed off on the launch and had over expectations. But I saw the trailer and I knew that the game was exactly as you were going to see, and I wasn't disappointed when it came out. So I wasn't disappointed.
And
But
anyone that was
so
pissed
many
off,
publications were so pissed off, and I was like, "This game is so cool!
and anyone that
Look
was
at all the
pissed
stuff it
off with their
has."
promises, ultimately they made up on them and then some.
Yeah, and more than that,
More
yeah.
than, and it's all been free.
My opinion on games is I'm okay if they come out early and say, "Hey, this is our goal, but this is what we're starting with. It costs a lot of money to make these games. Please support us so we can complete our goal, and you can be part of this ride." That's early access. They could have easily just said, "Hey, No Man's Sky early access. Just give us some time." You know, I'm okay with that. I like supporting games early because games are going to get support. If they get the support they need, they will be able to update this game how they want to. And No Man's Sky is proof of that. It's a early access game that should have had the term early access, and people would have bought it and not been as pissed off because there were promises that they achieved with early access. I mean,
Fractal.
that's how I
What
feel
is?
about it.
Let's see. No Man's Sky. What is? I feel like the Fractal update is
Yeah, Fractal. They did a update in lighting effects for like just regular players. So like
No
the
Man's Sky
new
Fractal update.
graphic system has really cool lighting effects. And the VR update is just absurd by the looks of it. So I'm excited to try that. That is absolutely going to be the first game I play in VR when I get PS4 2. Yeah, VR 2.
Completely immerse yourself in an infinite universe. No Man's Sky update will 4.1 Fractal, introducing a catalog of your most incredible discoveries, a huge number of quality of life and accessibility improvements, gyroscopic control support, and then full support for PSVR 2. So, like, they mention all these other things, 1, 2, 3, 4 other things that are happening for the base game. And then the fifth one is, also full PSVR 2 support. And that's a free
That's not even the
update.
complete note.
That's a free update also. I need to mind you that is a free update because most games that were PSVR or OG, you're going to have to rebuy in PSVR 2 because of the motion tracking is way different.
Yeah, way
but
different. I will
no
buy Moss 2.
Hello Games has decided to say, fuck it. We're going to do all the work. If you have the game, you're going to get this update. Play it. So, again, Hello Games coming through like a bro, saying like, you guys were here for us, we're going to be here for you. That's beautiful.
I bought them on day one.
I bought it on day one too, Jarrod.
Ever since.
And I've spent like 40, 50 hours in the game. I didn't platinum it like you.
Yeah. I fucking love No Man's Sky. Since day one.
But I'm serious.
Because I had I thought about what the game was going to be. I saw the trailer. I knew exactly hey, this game looks just like the trailer. There's a few things going on, but you can explore, and it's awesome in that way. But then it grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and still is growing, and it's fucking nuts.
But here's the problem. I have a PS5 all digital copy, and I have a physical PS4 copy.
Yeah.
So I need to buy it again.
It goes on sale pretty often.
I have no. Here's the thing, with all of this shit, all of that stuff. If I do buy a PSVR 2, obviously I already have Gran Turismo, but I feel like the first game I'm gonna buy is No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it.
I would love to play it with you in VR. I would absolutely just spend all day in VR.
Well, I just feel like I honestly, here's the other thing, Jarrod. I was thinking about it the other day while I was driving around and thinking about it. It's like, I'm just going to start all over again. I'm going to start very beginning. I'm going to start from a new player. I'm just going to do a whole new thing. I'm just gonna do it all over again. I know you don't have to. You can jump into my world whenever you want to.
That thought. Yeah.
But I just thought like, fuck it. I'll just the game has changed so much, and I've missed so much of it. That maybe I just get all of it from the beginning again. And just like, oh, here's this and here's that and here's this. I was just kind of like, fuck it.
So No Man's Sky's fractal update, one of the big improvements is improved HDR lighting. Here's the sentence they provided. Color grading for high dynamic range, which is HDR, displays has been completely reworked, bringing the hues and tones of the universe closer to the look of the standard dynamic range display.
It probably helps VR.
Yeah, while still enhanced by the brilliant light and intense shadows of HDR. And they show a before and after. It's like, it looks like it's kind of like the brightness is kind of bleeding into everything. And then after, it's like, wow, okay, there's way more detail.
Well, in the video they show where they show when we wipe it over.
Yeah.
It's quite the difference, too.
Man, I love this game so much.
These guys have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. VR 2, man. I'm really curious. One day, I don't know.
And there's a lot of games. I know there's a lot of games that no one cares about.
We're still on No Man's Sky.
I
wonder if it goes cheap enough someday. I wonder if I bought it on the Switch. I know Tony Death plays it on the Switch.
He plays it on everything. He'll play it on anything. He'll play it with us on PS4.
I really am curious. I don't play enough on my Switch. Really, should I just jump in?
No, not on a Switch.
It's crazy.
No. What I'm saying is, Tony's bought it. That's the game he said he bought on everything. So he has it on 3. He has it on Xbox. He has it on PlayStation. He has it on Switch.
It's crazy. and the game just
He's
works.
never
And
gonna
it's
play with us, Jarrod. He doesn't like us that
the
much.
well, that's fine, that's fine. But the craziest part about No Man's Sky and how amazing and huge and massive this game is how small the file size is. The last I saw, it was only like 26 gigabytes.
You know what? I just like the idea of us playing together in PSVR and us doing this shit.
I did that once with who I played. I think Dave was in VR playing No Man's Sky, something like that. I played with somebody with VR, and it's super cool because uh, at least in PS4, you raised one of your move controllers, and you're poking at buttons on your wrist to pull up your menus and shit. And it's so cool
Oh,
and, and
like this watch.
intuitive, and it's really awesome. And I'm really excited to try these new controllers with No Man's Sky because it's more intuitive. It's not these old PS3 controllers, you know. It's newer uh, technology. It feels your fingers. It knows where they are, and I'm really interested because it was already like crazy intuitive. And once I learned how to use No Man's Sky in VR with the Move controllers, it felt so good. It felt really good, and made so much sense. Everything was super fast and snappy. Like, yeah, this all makes sense. And I'm really curious. Like, I don't know if anybody's going to review this game in PSVR 2. I almost completely doubt it, but I'm excited to try it
Jarrod, if it's
myself.
like anything like Gran Turismo 7 right now, where everyone's like, "Oh, hey, this is awesome and it's super cool," but it's just throwaway.
No depth, no depth.
No
Yeah, no
depth, no
depth
depth. It's
reviews.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh, looks cool."
yeah. Look forward to that on the Couch Co-op podcast.
I just,
We'll give it depth.
I feel like
Yeah,
no one gives a shit.
it's it's sad because I'm so interested in it. It's funny because you were like
I know.
you were the first person in our group
Hmm.
to acquire VR. I was I think the last, and
And I really sold it. I sold it
I'm
hardcore. I
very
sold it on the
excited
Dave,
for
and I
VR
still,
two.
and then you were. I think you were always sold, but it just took
I
you
was
longer
always
to get
sold,
to
but
it.
it's money,
Yeah.
money and stuff. Yeah,
But like, I
and the
really
only reason
wanted.
I'm affording this is because I've been kicking ass at my job and earning bonuses that I've been saving
I just really
for
feel like this is
PSVR.
the better version. It's like I really. It's gonna tax my eyes less. It's easier to connect.
Well, so yeah, because it gives you the ability. It has just like a dial that will separate the lenses farther
Hmm.
apart or closer together, and that is kind of something that the PSVR one, the first one, has, but it's all software based, where it takes pictures of your eyes, and you have to find the centers of your eyes,
Well, now there's a
and it will
game,
measure that.
but there's a
But
game that
now it's
like
like, yeah,
because of the sensors or the camera that's looking at your eyes, it knows when you blink. So there's that game, the VR game. I forget what it's called right now, but
I have it on
every
my
time you
phone.
blink, it moves you forward in time.
I I've played it on my phone, and I would love to try it. I think I'd much rather try it in VR.
So in
I
VR,
actually deleted
because
it from
it's
my
paying
phone already.
attention to when you blink, it it's something about blinking. Don't blink or blink future. I don't know what it's called.
Uh,
But because you blink, it moves you
I'll
forward in
research.
time. And that's incredible that the camera inside there's now camera inside the helmet. I don't know. It's just it's a pretty high tech piece of equipment, and I'm curious
Yeah,
where it
before
goes.
your eyes.
Right. Oh, before your
Yeah,
eyes. Yes,
yeah.
because the camera. Yeah, that's what it's called. 100%.
That game, by the way, if you don't have VR and you would like to experience it, was on Netflix Games on your mobile device.
Mobile.
Yeah.
Could have been an Aaron's Mobile Minute, but
I know. That's totally. He should totally play that because it totally works. I played it and I was
there's
loving
gonna
it.
be a lot of games that Aaron should play, but he's not going to.
Yeah, yeah. He is busy. I get that. And maybe yeah. He's just super devoted, and that's great. I'm happy for him. I am.
Devoted. He's super devoted.
He is. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say. He's
Jarrod
very
and
devoted.
is super devoted.
Being positive. Very
Positive.
devoted. We've known Aaron for a long time. He's a good guy, and he's doing his best. He's doing great.
He's getting smothered by being a family man.
Yeah, he's doing what he needs to do.
He is
it's
doing
hard.
what he needs to do.
Yeah, he is.
He's
And
not
it's
handling.
difficult.
He's not handling it as well as Jarrod did. Jarrod handled it pretty well.
Well, he places his necessary means in different positions. Video games have always been a very important part of my life, and I personally could never imagine that going away. It's always been a facet of my life. It's always been there. My wife understands that. I understand that. My kids understand that. Like, I need my breaks.
It's
I'm not addicted
it's not
or
as
anything
big
like
to
that.
him.
Like I need it just to settle down at nighttime. Like some nights, I'm just like, I need a break. I'm gonna freaking play a game with freaking metal and destruction. Let's just wreck shit. Let's just take a break from life and disappear for a little bit. It's video games are a release. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, oh, I need a break from kids. I'm gonna play Doom. I'm gonna listen to metal. I'm gonna shoot stuff. It's so stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but it does in my mind. It's so dumb, but it's great. It's wonderful, and it's a medium that I've always been part of since essentially when I was born. Like, I started playing on the you have the Magnavox Odyssey 2 that I gave you. That's what I started.
It's back
playing
here.
games on.
It's back here. I could pull it out, but I won't.
So I've been playing games for a long fucking time. I was born in '79. I've had a controller in my hands for most of my life, and it's something my brain appreciates, and I appreciate it greatly. So
I was born in '78.
Oh, I know. You're so much older than me. Yeah. So, like, Aaron, he probably started later in his life. It's not been, a requirement or anything like that. He's in a different position, and that's all right. He'll be there. We'll be here for him when he needs us. We'll be there for him when he needs us.
I don't think any of this comes into consideration. I think he has another voice talking in his head, and that's cool. He's got people.
Yeah, but that's me staying positive. He'll be around.
He'll be around. He'll always be around.
Yeah.
Aaron's Mobile Minute is not going away. I mean, I know it just came back, but it's not going away.
Yeah, it just came back for one episode.
Just the one episode.
One episode tentatively.
Never coming back. No.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You know what, Jarrod? I think because we talked so much video games in this like last hour.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be like a spare episode. I think I'm just gonna cut it and I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna cut it, figure out where it goes, and be like, oh, this is a good episode. So just Jarrod and I bullshitting about video games, mostly Elden Ring and VR, which is great. That's a great.
I don't know. You could almost separate the two episodes.
We could, but I'm not going to.
Between just Elden Ring post.
Yes.
And VR.
but I'm just
But
gonna put it as like
in
OG,
excited about
the
VR.
original couch co-op crew, the
Yeah,
original guys, just
talking
bullshit
games.
talking games, and I think that's kind of better because it's like this is how we started, and this is just how it should be. So it's just like a little because we have really talked like for the last hour just about like Elden Ring and
Uh,
PSVR, and I think that's some good content. I think like
Honestly, I think we should have more one-on-one conversations.
I think we should too, and that's kind of why I'm hoping that you can record or Dave can record. He's like, maybe I can't do some shit, but maybe you guys could hang out.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah,
the thing.
and
Here's the thing. Like, it doesn't have to be an episode, but maybe you guys get together on the old Discord and like or watching each other. And it's like, oh, you hit record, and it's like you just start talking about bullshitty things about video games, and you just start talking about like Rocket League or something. It's like, I don't know. I'm not that you guys need to create content. We create enough content on our own. But like, I don't know. Maybe you guys want to create some
yeah.
stupid
uh,
other shit content.
Well,
It's not hard to do.
yeah. I mean, we're all learning the format and
Yeah.
all that stuff. We don't really need to worry about the video part of it, but just recording audio and making sure the quality is up to par and
And
things
I
like
don't know
that.
if you listened to the retrospective, Jared,
Yeah, I
but
did. It was great.
there is a part of me, and John and I were talking in that episode. It's like it would be cool to like get together every once in a while and try and do the old school show. But we'll see. We'll see if I can figure that out.
So what would you call the old school? Just us talking to someone else, or just us two talking
No,
about
no, no.
something,
Like
or
the
like
old
how
school
old
show
school?
where I used to, and it would be me and you guys on the couch. Like the really old, like making the show again.
Oh yeah, the video.
Like
We were talking
doing
about that
the
last
actual
week.
show again.
Yeah.
And but ultimately it would just be in this same kind of like not this format, but like we would still stream it live, record it, and it would still just be an episode on the podcast. But there's a part of me that wants to like at some point try that again. Not right now.
Just structured with different segments and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, more scripted. I mean, even then we weren't really scripted. We just had topics and we switched pages here and there.
Just I mean, you know what's funny? It's like I would say like just doing our old thing and then now just chasing kind of funny. But like we were kind of funny before kind of funny. I mean,
Just trying
honestly,
different things. Yeah, yeah.
we were years ahead, like almost a decade ahead of. I don't know if it's a decade, but it was like we were doing that show. Let's see, 2013,
Yeah.
2014. I don't know, when did Kind of Funny start?
Can you hold that thought? I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey guys. Well, Jared's away. Let me tell you about a story. I don't really have a story. I have to go to work tomorrow. I don't really want to. I'm hoping I don't have to drive up to Seattle. I'll find out. I have to go to Skyview tomorrow. So 7. I have to wake up at 7. Not that. It's not that early. Get gas. And then go to get some tripods. And then bring them back to the studio. and then I don't know. I do not know if I have to go up to Seattle. Nick has not told me. I'm hoping I do not, because I do not really want to go. I don't feel like I need to go. But it's always possible. Oh, Jarrod. I mean, we could have just ended this.
Yeah.
I should probably go to
still
bed.
got,
Oh,
I
you
got
have a little
some
bit of beer. All right,
yellow
all right,
fluids
all
with
right.
bubbles.
I want to end it then. I just, if you were done.
I just needed to get rid of some fluids.
That's
all.
I know I mentioned it quickly, and this is probably not going to get mentioned again, but the Couch Co-op show as a group raised about 45 pounds for Youssef Hatlani's donation stream. So
okay, good.
I know that Nick Lord Bistro donated 20, and then I had about 23. I did $10, then I did like a small change thing to like break a goal, and then I did another $10 today. So it was like 23.
Okay.
And then he had 20, and so it was like $45. So like, it was like 20. I don't know. The money versus like pounds is a weird thing, but no, I just really appreciative of the couch. I know that Jarrod was in the Youssef.
Yeah, I was
streams.
lurking. I was in there.
I know you were lurking
and stuff like that.
I think Dave was also lurking, which is also cool. So like, I know that I'm pretty sure that Dave was also last night, not today, but like the other night, he was definitely in there.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I'm a mod now in Youssef's channel, so I can see everybody.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I
that
mean, you're
that miraculously
on
happened.
Yusuf's channel. Yeah.
That was miraculously happened, but like, just the support, and I did it. Supporting in the name of the couch.
Yeah. Good.
It's for a good cause. It was for disabled gamers, like being able to play video games.
Okay. I wasn't sure what the specific things were, but that's great.
Yeah.
Should be able to play games.
I mean, you can't do it now, but like when you click on the link, you could check out. And he had a video he would play every once in a while, just to kind of share what it was for. But yeah, it was for disabled gamers, so kind of like able gamers, but not. It's a different. It's a different.
I like following
group.
Steven Spawn on Twitter. Yeah, he's an awesome guy, and I don't know much about in that type of gaming, but I of course am very excited for anybody to be able to play video games because of how important it is to my life.
100%. Allowing anyone to play a video game is super important.
Yeah, totally. And everybody should support that. It's very important. It's a good medium for people's mental health and just being inclusive. It's important.
So that's what we did for Youssef, which is super
good job,
cool.
Guys.
And I believe, I don't know, April 1st, Jarrod, it's a Saturday. You might want to mark it on your calendar. It's April Fool's Day, but I think Youssef is having another streaming friend day. So like all the streamers, so like the couch is invited.
Okay.
And that date might change, but it shouldn't change. So
keep sharing information.
Kind of like the last time. It was just me and some of the other guys, but like maybe I can get more of the couch to come along, so like we have more of a presence. So, and he has a really cool apartment, and it's super fun. And it's pizza and beer, and
Yeah, I could probably make that work.
So,
April 1st. I don't know what's going on, but that's something we can look into.
but yeah, so that's kind of that's potentially the next time we're getting together to do that, and I think that's a fun time, and we kind of Scott will be there, and the Dirty Dwarves will be there,
Okay, yeah, so far it's clear on my calendar, so I should
and
mark that for occupied.
yeah, if I can get more than just me from the couch being there, it'd be cool. I'd like to have maybe we can get
Yeah,
Dave to come out or something,
I
but
I have opinions.
yeah, yeah.
I,
Or
I like
just
video games.
or also you would play. I mean, I don't play these shitty games they make me play, and Jarrod probably would.
Yeah, you whine about games. I just like, hey, cool, video game.
Anyway, so yeah, like Jared's like, if both of us are together, it's probably good because like at least Jared will play the game.
Yeah, I'll play the game and probably suck, but hey, I like
I'll
playing the
talk
game.
shit, but Jared will play it.
Yeah,
That's kind of how that's why that's why this relationship works.
yeah, yeah. I like the games. You like to talk shit about them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Anyway,
totally. Oh, and
all
there's
right,
the
Jared.
final yawn, huh?
Yeah, I think
Jeez.
I need to go to bed, Jared.
Yeah, you
Uh,
got like work and things.
and you have to get up and play video games.
Now
So
I have to get up and get
no.
my oldest daughter off to school.
Yeah, but you're still gonna play video games tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
What are you
yeah.
playing tomorrow? What are you playing tomorrow?
My youngest. There's actually a game on the PlayStation expanded, whatever the premium service plan. They really need to change the names of those service
It's
plans on
extra and
PlayStation.
then
Extra.
premium or
There's a game. I don't know the full title, but it's Gigantosaurus. It's a 3D platformer. My youngest loves playing that with me. It's like a 3D
Gigantosaurus.
platformer.
So you have the expensive version of PS Plus. You have the
Well,
most.
I mentioned that to you. Like I bought.
Oh, I thought you just
Uh,
had basic extra.
no,
I
no. I
have
have the
extra.
full. I have the
Oh,
full
oh,
whatever shebang, and I bought that last year near the end of my subscription, like
right,
maybe three
right.
quarters of the way through, and then I bought a subscription through CD Keys, and
Oh,
Sony expanded my top tier plan for a year for like the budget amount, and
nice,
I'm like, what?
nice.
So
You should play.
I'm playing all the shit.
You should play My Friend Pedro. It's only like a 3-4 hour game. It's super.
Yeah, I saw you playing it. It
It's
looks
fun. I beat
interesting.
it.
Yeah.
You should play through. It's so much fun. It's a lot of easy trophies.
Yeah. So I might look into that.
I think you would dig it too.
Yeah, I mean, I have all day. I've been playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. I've been
It's
working on that. I'm pretty like more than halfway through that.
yeah. John's been playing through that too.
Oh, has he? Okay,
Yeah, because
yeah,
he
I'm
just
I'm
beat the
really
main
liking that.
Spider-Man and then he went to the Miles Morales.
Okay, yeah, I've been wanting to play it for a long time, and yes, I think it is way better than the first
I
one
think it
because
is
it
too.
doesn't have those slow
Oh.
things with other characters that I
There
didn't
is that,
like.
but I think it's
It
more
doesn't
fun
have
to
that.
play as him, and then with the ray tracing and it just
Yeah,
visually,
it's wonderful.
yeah.
Though it's funny. I was just kind of inspecting. I know we're just closing the episode out, but I was noticing like just looking inside the skyscrapers and stuff like that. It's fun. It's just funny. Like the rooms inside just don't make any sense. But I understand why they're all just kind of copy and pasted. Like you'll see, you're looking at the far right of the building, and there's a door that heads outside the building. Then you look outside the building, there's no door. Stuff like that. But they have to copy and paste that for the hundreds of thousands of rooms that they have windows for. They
It's
can't
funny
get that
what
all
they
done. It's
decide to
funny.
like make the rooms you can see in versus the room that are just reflective on the ray tracing. They can see you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny the choices they make. Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, I think they should just have the blinds pulled on most of the windows, and then there's a few that they spend details on.
yeah. Mm,
You know,
mm-hmm.
but up in skyscrapers, really, do you need blinds? I guess for the sun so you don't get sun
I
in
mean,
your
if you're
face all
fucking
day.
and you want everyone to see, I guess not.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, but that's their problem, you know.
Indeed.
So someday that'll be something completely different, but right now we're in the early days of being able to
Jarrod
see
is
through
super
windows.
concerned about the AI having sex in the building.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's gonna be all the
It's a good
banging.
game though. It's just it's
I'm really liking it. Yeah,
yeah, it's a good
it
game.
doesn't have those slow sections. Like I've complained about the first Spider-Man game,
Hmm.
because you weren't always Spider-Man, you weren't always Peter Parker, and those sections I had a strong distaste for. And Miles Morales at this point does not have
Well, I
that.
feel like I mean, it does have them. I feel like you're just
But there's side missions that you
You're
don't
Miles
have to do.
Morales investigating, or you're Spider-Man investigating that shit. Like you kind
Yeah.
of walk around and do stuff, but and
Well,
then like, oh boom, something happens, and then you have to become Spider-Man, or you are Spider-Man. Like you're not. I get what you're saying. You're not those other characters like Mary Jane or
you don't
whatever.
fail immediately if you fail. You know, you
But
get a chance.
you're definitely it. There are still those sequences. It's just shorter and a little more like vague. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't bumped into that. There's certain parts they kind of urge you like,
What are you
hey,
talking
just
about? That whole scene
be
when you're
quiet.
walking, when you're Miles Morales walking to the Christmas party, and then you're Miles walking through the Christmas party. He's doing all that shit.
He's just walking around
Yeah, but
though.
it's still the same shit. It's still
But
the
you're
same.
not failing. You
You
don't
you
like,
don't
oh, hey,
fail,
somebody saw me. You
but
failed.
it's still that same.
Restart.
It's still that same. Like, go over here and talk to this person. Go over
But
here and
like,
like check this out.
no, it's not the same
I
because you
know it's
can't
not the
fail.
sneaking
It's
around
not.
fail state. I get it, but
Like
it's still the same
it's
kind
part
of
of the
shit.
story where
Yes.
you're just continuing the story, not
Right.
you're
No, I get
continuing
it.
the story. You listen to these conversations, you fail. You have
Right.
to listen to these conversations, then you fail. Then you have to
Right.
listen to it again, and you fail.
Okay,
It's
so you listen to
bullshit,
these
you know.
conversations and you don't fail.
Yeah,
But
you just keep
it's still the same
walking, and
shit.
then your shit happens.
It's still the same shit though.
Yeah, you get to play as Miles Morales, and you get to continue playing as Miles Morales.
But I think playing as Miles Morales and then like swinging through the city is so much fun because it's just so out
It's
of
great.
control and funny.
Yeah,
It's just like,
his
what?
swinging style is so crazy and wild, and then you can hold square and do this crazy like spins and all that stuff,
Yeah,
tricks in the
super
air,
fun,
and it's
super
great.
fun,
Yeah,
super fun.
it's way better. I
Yeah.
love it.
So
It's
that's what's kind of
fantastic.
going to be interesting about the new Spider-Man because you're going to hope, I think, play as both of them. You know, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, if it was co-op,
Well, I don't think it's
that'd
going to be
be
co-op, Jared, but it
that'd
would
be
be
so
cool.
rad though.
But my
Oh,
thought is that you play as both. Obviously, they're teasing you're going to play as both Miles and Peter, but my hope is you also get to play as the villain, Venom.
oh, that's right. Spider-Man 2 comes out this year, huh?
And Venom is the villain, and then if you could play as Venom as the opposite, like you do villain in missions, and he plays totally different than them, and it's just like
Yeah,
this other thing.
that'd be
I think
interesting.
that'd be fucking awesome, but we'll
I don't
see.
know.
We'll see.
Honestly, I don't want Spider-Man 2 this year. I want Wolverine this year.
No, Wolverine's so far away
I
still.
know.
Wolverine's like
I
two
know.
years away, bro.
It sucks. I want to play Wolverine so bad.
I know, so do I. But
And
like Spider-Man
Insomniac is
is
such
this
a busy
way.
studio.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
is this
Spider-Man's
year.
this year.
Maybe it gets pushed to 2004, but we're not seeing fucking Wolverine until like 2005.
Yeah. Yeah, 2025. There we go.
But
Yeah.
I want to see it too.
Yeah, that's a ways off, but it's cool they announced it. But god damn it, it's so far away. But that's all right.
Yeah.
As long as they make it good, take their time, please, please, Insomniac.
I
Take
mean, do you
all
actually
the time
think
you
do
need.
you think Spider-Man comes out this year?
Yeah,
You think Insomniac
absolutely.
will
Yeah,
bring it out?
yeah. They're such a solid studio. I mean, I think they'll get it out this year with top tier quality. Like I
I
still
mean,
can't believe how fast Miles Morales loads when you pop it on the PlayStation 5. Like start
Yeah, but
continue.
they didn't have
Bing,
to
it's
fuck
there.
with the city, and I feel like that's also the same with the new
Yeah,
Spider-Man. They don't have to fuck with the city because, like, technically, the city, New York hasn't changed, so they
yeah.
can change small things, but overall, the city doesn't change.
How many times have I mentioned that over the 9 years of the podcast that environments need to be reused in sequels? Like, why did they not just use the new environment, the same environment, with just updated
Well, they clearly
graphics,
did with Miles.
which is great. It's
Right.
fantastic. Why
It'll
not?
it'll be interesting
It's
to
a
see.
sequel in the same area. Why
Right.
fucking change
100%. 100%.
everything?
100%. So
You spend the environmental artist spends so much time perfecting an environment. Why use it once?
right. Well, we'll see what Spider-Man 2 does. Like, does it take the whole city map and
But
we'll see what it does with it.
that's a whole different topic about like
Because
how
he's not gonna
expensive
leave New York.
games.
Like, I mean, Spider-Man 2, they're not
Exactly.
leaving New York. So, like, why
It,
would New York change magically?
but like just as a general conversation, like games are becoming so expensive to produce. Why change the map every time?
Right.
Maybe add a few things, but the map could be updated, you know, time,
I mean, like Destiny, just add a bunch of currencies,
weather, new technology.
like 20, 30 currencies. Should be fun.
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm gonna buy Destiny 2 probably on Tuesday when it comes
Spider
out.
Bucks? Do they have Spider Bucks yet? Spider Bucks,
Yeah,
and then Spider
yeah,
Sense, and then
yeah. Spider Sense and
Spider
Spider
Pounds,
Dimes. Yeah,
Spider Euros. We have all the
yeah,
currencies.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Jarrett.
Some
I know you're gonna
spider
play it.
quarters. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I like video games, and
Do
I'm
you?
very excited for
What?
Destiny 2's story. Uh, the voice of the witness is super rad. My oldest brother and I play Destiny 2 together. We're the only two that play together at this point, and he is very excited for this new story content,
I'm
and
sure
I am
Jason will
too.
jump in. You can't play with
He
Jason?
only plays on PC. I don't have his ID
Oh.
information. He's not contacting me. He doesn't care.
Hmm.
So,
Fuck that guy.
no, not fuck that guy. He just doesn't give a shit. He has other shit going on. So
He
I'm
doesn't
not
give a
worried
shit, so
about
fuck
that.
that guy.
No, he has his own thing going on. So whatever. I'll play with Jeremy and call it good. Nobody else is gonna buy this. Nobody that I know is going to buy this. I've stated like in the past, like Destiny will show your cool moments and all that stuff. Like, yeah, you got to do this with all these people. You got to do the vault of glass with these people, and then you got to do this with one other person, and then you got to do this with nobody, and you got to do this with nobody, and you got to do this with none of your friends. And hey, this next expansion you got to do with none of your friends. That's just what Destiny turned into. It got so fractured because it's expensive to keep up on. If you don't just want to keep playing really cool game, and it's not an MMO because you don't have to keep paying a subscription. But hey, a season pass will get you story content, and expansions cost money, and this costs money, and that costs money. And by the time the next expansion comes out, you've missed out on so much that you really don't want to jump in because there's been a lot of story content during the season passes. So it's divided between like 18 different groups of fans wanting to jump in and not wanting to jump in and maybe wanting to jump in. It's crazy, and they really need to figure that out because this next expansion seems like it's going to be really awesome, and I'm really excited to explore Neptune and this new city and this new group of people that we've never met and didn't know existed. Story blah 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 blah.
How much is Sony paying you?
Nothing. I would
Nothing.
love to get a PSVR 2 for free,
Yeah, right.
but that's hell, Destiny in VR,
Or
man.
just Lightfall for free at this point.
Yeah, something for free, man. But no, that's never going to happen. They don't know of me. They're never going to know of
I'm
me.
actually really excited for you for Lightfall. Like, I wish I. Part of me wishes I had kept up with Destiny, that I was a part of it.
Yeah.
But like, logging in the other day and like just being so lost, I was just like,
You could have
this.
figured out how to just play Lightfall.
I guess
Or
so.
the witch
It
queen.
is
Yeah.
so, Jared. It is so. It is so crazy. Like, it's just like, okay,
Yeah,
what?
but in the quest log, they have a section where you can
Yeah, but I go
select
to my
what
quest log and there's like a
part,
million things I'm supposed to do right
but
now.
you can select what
Yeah,
expansion you want to play
sure.
in and select the next mission in that one. And it took me a long time to figure that out too.
It's
I understand.
so obnoxious.
Yes, yes, it is not easy unless you have somebody with you and you're figuring it out together. But yeah,
And
it's just my
that
brother and
means,
I.
and I still, because we got the what Beyond Light for free. Just like I checked in, this is like, holy moly, this is obnoxious. And I just wish this game
But
was
it's
easier.
so fun to play, and like some of the newer environments, like some of the places I went, the textures they have like this crazy
But
jade,
here's the thing: you're gonna play Lightfall, and then by
like
the time,
clear
if
material.
even if by the
The
time I
graphics in the
wanted,
game still are crazy stunning, and they're doing new things
Mhm.
that just blow my mind. Like, wow, that's so cool looking.
There's so many
And
other games out there that I need to adventure
yeah,
into,
but
Jared.
the thing is, like, you're not gonna see such cool things in a
Like
lot of
I'm
these
gonna
games,
download Horizon Forbidden West,
which is amazing.
and I'm gonna because
Just
that's on PlayStation Extra now, so I'm gonna like
it's
play that.
that game. It's such a sad story. Like that game is amazing, but there's so much other stuff that's what. It's such a hard time to be a gamer
I also
because there's
believe
so
next
much
week.
stuff
I also
that's
believe
amazing.
because like next week there's a bunch of shit, but I think that also game catalog they're adding. I believe. Uh, I mean, Immortal Phoenix Rising, I believe, is being added.
Yeah,
So
which
then,
I loved.
so I haven't played that either, and I'm glad I
Yeah,
didn't. So now I can play that. So they,
yeah, it's so good.
it's
I
so
hope you give it
hard.
a
It's so
chance. I
hard to
do.
be
Give it a
like
chance.
like. Here's the other thing.
Yeah,
It's so hard to be a gamer right now
there's
because
so
of the
much free
amount of
stuff.
content that's being thrown at you.
Free, not free, but you have to
Free-ish, like just like
subscribe.
low price,
Yeah,
and just like I just need to step back and play that shit. I don't need to be on time. And so like maybe Destiny someday all that content will just be available for to me. But until
do you
then,
know?
do I know what?
Yeah, it's like, do you know if the Immortals Phoenix Rising content is going to have the DLC stuff for free?
I don't I doubt it.
Probably not. Because I didn't buy it, but I'm super interested
I
because
feel
they
like that's
add
a
a
way for them
lot
to
of the
continue to make
extra.
money. Oh yeah, we'll put
Yeah.
it on this and then if they get hooked, they'll buy the content extra
Yeah,
content.
I'm really interested in the content because it's a lot of the like vault type
Mhm.
things where it's just different experiences, like interesting versions of what Legend of Zelda could have been. You know,
Well,
it's
cuz
the
like
room with a puzzle in it, you
well, it's
know,
interesting
but
because
it's
some games
complicated.
have the added versions. So like Avengers. Well, Avengers at this point, all the content's free, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like Outriders, extra content you still have to buy. Back for Blood is available, but the extra content, the season pass, still available to buy. So like you
Hmm.
then get the extra stuff. So like I feel like a lot of those games being added there is like, well, here you can have the game, but if we hook you, here's this other shit.
Yeah.
I kind of
Oh
feel like
yeah.
that's the point.
Here's this thing that you can get, but if you want more,
Right.
buy it.
I kind of feel like that's the same thing with Game Pass. Ultimately, like Game
Oh yeah.
Pass will offer you Forza Horizon, but like any of the DLC is not included. You have
Yeah.
to buy that.
Yeah. Which I get that. I
Right,
do.
right, right. It's a way to support them.
Yeah, because how many games are you gonna spend all year with? I
Right.
mean, really, you could just play the game for a month, enjoy the DLC, and be done.
Well, you know what I'm playing right now that I really dig. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm playing Chorus, and
I saw. I'm not sure exactly what Chorus is. I remember hearing
it's
about
just
it.
like a spaceship game. Like you fly around, but like it has such a massive story that it's kind of sucked me into it. Like, and then it's an open world. This is a weird kind of open world spaceship game. So like it doesn't feel like a spaceship game until you're fighting. I don't know. Most games like Elite Dangerous and all these other kind of spaceship games I like burn out of, but this one for some reason I'm like kind of drawn into play. So like I've been playing it, so I think I'm gonna try and beat it. But
Well, I'll play the official trailer for myself.
it's interesting. It's an
Oh, it's
interesting game.
teen. T for teen. Can you handle
T
it?
for teen. It's a
Space
space game,
flight.
but I
Okay,
don't think the
sucking
game. I don't
in.
think the trailer does a good job of it really is illustrating how much story plays on it. But I don't know. I started playing that, and I gave up on Oni Chambra.
Yeah, I saw you playing that earlier. I thought you
Yeah.
beat that though.
No, I beat the other one. This is another one,
Oh, I didn't know
and
they released like a
it's
second
really
one.
weird, and I don't really care for it. So, like the mechanics are way different.
The flight in Chorus looks pretty interesting.
It's good.
Do you get
It's
to
fun.
pick your perspective or is it fixed? Like third person, first
It's fixed
person?
third person.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't really show that.
It's always third person because yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I see a lot of the gameplay is third person, but some of it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, looks interesting. Is that part of the PlayStation Extra?
Yes.
Okay, huh.
So I've been playing
Interesting.
that, but I'm gonna install. Well, I don't know. It depends. Like if you guys want to play some Back for Blood, I'll install that. But I was gonna install Horizon at some point, and then I also wanted to play Outriders. That was just added. So I might
And
play
it takes about
Outriders.
10 to 12 hours to beat Chorus.
Yeah, it's like a 10. Yeah, it's not super long.
Okay, which is perfect. I love that amount of time. That's perfect.
So
And what was
that's
the game you just mentioned?
uh the other games I'm looking at are Horizon and then also Outriders.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Outriders. I'd play that. I'd try and play that with you, but you never play late enough. At least games I want to play. That'd be fun.
Well, I could play with you for a couple. If you're gonna have you played it? No.
No?
Oh, well, I haven't played it. I mean, do you still have extra or premium?
Yeah,
You do.
yeah. Till
Oh,
December.
if we want to like get together like a couple nights a week for a couple hours, we could like start doing that if you want.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'd be down.
I could put off Horizon for a while.
Yeah,
Because it's
I
basically a
mean,
third person like Destiny type game.
yeah. Yeah, seems like it'd be pretty cool. Like Division,
Yeah,
Destiny.
Division-y. It's like very sci-fi. I played it the beta, so it's a little like I played the. I don't think it's saved on. It might be saved on my PS5. Maybe I get to carry over my shit.
Yeah,
But
that'd be interesting.
yeah, it's just yeah, it's a pretty cool game. It just it got fairly positive reviews. I just don't think it
How
took off.
close to geez, what was that? I can't even think of the. My brain's tired. The game we played that nobody liked, multiplayer that you fly like Iron Man in,
Oh, Anthem.
uh, Anthem. Is it close to that? Like that's the trailers kind of made me think of
I
Anthem.
mean, sure. I mean,
If yeah,
but I think they handled a lot of the combat situations and story better than Anthem. So it's probably.
huh,
I mean,
more cohesive.
I know. Destiny isn't third person, but I think it handles its shit better than. It's probably more like Division. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say it's just sci-fi Division.
yeah.
Anthem
That's kind of
is
what I was gathering from.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you have special powers versus like mechanical powers, but
I've thought of jumping back into Anthem to see what it's like again.
Oh my
Like run it
god,
on the
that game, that's a
PS5.
dead game, I think, isn't it?
I think the servers are still active. I don't know
No, let's
100%,
do
but
Outriders. All right, I'll
it'd be
install.
funny.
I'll install Outriders, and then we should try and start playing that.
Yeah, I think I need to uninstall something. I don't know,
Oh,
but yeah, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I'll get Outriders.
all right,
We'll get that going soon.
all right. I'll get.
That'd be
I'll.
fun. That was they were people were talking about that like what 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like 2. Yeah, like 2 years it came out. It was pretty. It was fairly positive. It just didn't take off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that so many games fail. It
I mean,
is.
this is like the crew behind the original Gears of
No, I don't
War or
know.
some shit.
I don't know about that. Epic back in the day.
No, I think these are the original Gears of War,
Oh
because
no,
they
I
also
don't
did
think
they
so.
also then they did what is the one we love, Bulletstorm. It's those guys. People Can Fly. We People Can Fly. Yeah, so that's like the original. Isn't that the original Gears of War people?
There were is Epic
People Can
with the
Fly. No,
Blazinski.
people Can Fly.
Really?
Because like Bulletstorm did. What is
Bulletstorm was fun. Yeah.
people?
Download the console. I love being able to do things through the PlayStation app. It's so convenient.
People Can
It'll tell you, oh, it's your system's too full.
People Can Fly. Epic. Yeah. Epic Games. So yeah. Financial trouble. Epic Games acquired a majority share in People Can Fly in August 2007, elaborated with the projects such as Bulletstorm and Gears of War, Juggernaut.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are like. Anyway. They did develop an ideas they had for Come Midnight into the vanishing of Ethan Carter, so I guess they did something with that, which is weird.
Yeah.
Painkiller, the original Gears of War, Duty Calls, The Calm Before the Storm, Bulletstorm, God of War Juggernaut, Fortnite Save the World they worked on, and then Outriders. So those are the games they worked on.
See. Okay. Huh. Trying to figure out how to install it. For some reason, I can't install that game. I bet my hard drive's full.
Probably.
I have 92 gigs full or available.
Oh no, it's bigger than that. It's like a 112 gig game.
Jeez.
Well, if you're doing the PS5 version.
The Humanity demo was pretty interesting. That's the same team that did
did you
Tetris
try it?
Effect. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Dude, have you watched the Tetris film trailer?
Yeah, wow, that's fucking.
Isn't that awesome?
I knew it was like a crazy thing.
That's super.
Get rid
I'm
of
super excited to
Biomutant.
see that.
I played a little bit of Biomutant. I'm not really into it.
Yeah, it's kind of like not that great. I feel like I am going to play through it, but I feel like it's just kind of chill and be a letdown. It's not going to be that exciting.
I'll get rid of Genshin Impact. I don't think my daughter or I are going to play that. I'm not going to play. I didn't like Axiom Verge 2.
What?
Yeah, I started playing Axiom Verge 2.
Oh, Axiom Verge 2.
Because I love the first one.
That's like 2 megabytes, though.
It is only 222 megabytes. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out games.
Genshin Impact was probably big, right? That's probably a pretty big game.
69 gigabytes. Imagine that with Genshin Impact, with all the boobs in there.
Pretty big.
Okay. Ollie World, I'm never going to play again.
Oh, I want to play that again. I just like... But that's not very big. That's like 1.6 gigs or something? If that?
Ollie, 1.8.
1.8. I knew it was 1 point something.
I'll leave Humanity on there, the demo, for my daughter. She loved it.
Can you just play it on PS4 or is it PS5 only?
PS5.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure it's PS5 only. I don't think my daughter liked Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure.
Oh, I don't think you need... Wow, man, you have so much trash on your console.
Dude, it's all this stuff on the extra system. The Gigantosaurus, the game. So I'm assuming Gigantosaurus was a book or a movie or
I don't
something
know. I never heard
because
of it, but I saw it on the. I saw
yeah,
it on the extra. Like, oh, there's a
because
game about it.
like the narration is like they're reading from a storybook or something like
I
that.
don't
So I
know, Jared.
wonder if it's like a book or something like that. I don't know.
I can give two shits.
I know. That's why it's fun to talk about it.
You
Yeah.
probably have enough space now. If you had 90 to begin with and you deleted 69, you probably are fine.
I have 126
Yeah,
gigs
I think you're probably
available
fine.
now. All right. So, back to Outriders. Because it
Install.
wouldn't give him, it wouldn't error out or something like that. Out. Just type out. There it is. Come on. Download to console. Hey, there it goes. All right. Cool. Yeah. So eventually we might get to that, but keep in mind I'm buying Destiny 2 Lightfall probably tomorrow or Tuesday is probably when it comes out.
No one's playing that, so
My brother and I. That's like two people.
doubtful.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm guessing it's going to be about $40. Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you go. Jared's
Yep.
playing. We want to play Outriders together, but Jared would rather play Destiny with his brother. That's cool. Lightfall. Like what is that?
Oh,
Like a
he's not
20?
always on.
It's like a 20-year-old game.
Uh, yeah, man, we've been playing Destiny since the first one, or at least I have. I just keep on going. I don't
Well, we
think I've
played the
missed a
demo
year
together way back in the day, the beta.
on
PS3.
PS3. Yeah,
Yeah.
PS3 Destiny. Yeah,
20 consoles later, you're still playing it.
yeah, yeah. So good.
All right. Well, this was fun. Little chat.
Yeah,
Little
I'm
video
glad we
game.
hung out a little
Little
bit longer.
nerdy
It's
video game chat.
2 in the morning, and you got to wake up for work tomorrow. I just got to wake up my daughter.
Yeah, in like 6
in
hours. Like
less
five and
than
a half
6 hours.
Less than 6
Yeah.
hours. Great. Thanks, Jared.
Yeah, good. Awesome.
You enjoy your day off tomorrow. Today.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good day.
I hope so. I hope it'll be a good day for
There
me
we
too.
go.
It'll be a good day. It'll be a good day if I don't have to drive to Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we'll find out. All right, brother.
All right, yeah. Have a good
You
night.
have a good night, or have a good morning, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, go drink some water.
Yeah, you too.
Good night.
Night, dude.